Next question, how should I wash my vagina? So you're meant to wash your vagina from front to back, not from back to front. This is why when you wash from front to back, then you're not transferring any bacteria that is around the anal region, things that are contained in feces and all of that. You're not transferring it into the vagina because they are two separate territories. You don't want to bring the bacteria from the anus into the vagina. That will cause an infection. So you definitely want to be washing from front to back. Please be on the lookout for this. And even when you clean after using the restroom, you should clean from front to back. Thank you. Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Dr. Judith Ebengho, and in this video I'll be talking to you about menstrual hygiene 101 or 102. I'm saying 102 because we did a video on 101 where we just talked about general tips that you need to know, but in this video it's more of a Q&A session, and we're just talking about a few things that maybe we did not cover in the previous video. I am Dr. Judith Ebengho, and this video is part of a series on That's on Period. Yeah, That's on Period is a series on this channel where we talk about everything menstruation, how you can have a stress-free period and all of that. And we have a couple of videos on this channel, so you definitely want to be checking them out. Let us jump right into this video. The first question is, Dr. Judith, how often should I change my pads? That is a very good question and really important. I will talk about how often you should change certain menstrual products. First, for pads, you should change your pads every 4 hours. Usually you should wear a pad that is consistent with your menstrual flow. For example, if you have heavy flow, then you should wear pads that are absorbent and fit for heavy flow. Usually it's recommended you change your pads every 4 hours, but there are exceptions. For example, if you already your pad is already full before the 4 hours mark, then you definitely should change it, but you shouldn't wear a pad for longer than 4 hours. But how often should you change your tampons? You should change your tampons at least every 8 hours. You don't want to wear a tampon for longer than 8 hours. This is because there's something known as toxic shock syndrome that can happen if you wear a tampon for too long, and this can be deadly. So you definitely do not want to wear a tampon for longer than 8 hours. The next question is, how often should I wash my vagina during my period? It is recommended that you wash your vagina at least twice a day, morning and evening, but you can wash more, really depends on you. Another question people have is, what should I use to wash my vagina? Guys, what is recommended is water, just water without soap. The vagina is a self-cleansing organ. It is going to clean from inside out, so you do not necessarily have to put any soap or anything to wash your vagina. We recommend that you use only water. But some people are really concerned. This will take me to my next question. How do I get rid of smells and odor? First, your vagina should not have a funny odor. If you're experiencing that, maybe there's an infection going on and you should speak to a professional. Also, some people are just really concerned about hygiene around their period. If you must use a feminine hygiene product like all these intimate products and all of that, even though we do not recommend it, if you must use one, it must be one that has an acidic pH, a pH from about 3.8 to about 4.5. So before you get any products, make sure you're on the lookout for that. This is because the vagina is acidic, so you do not want to use something that will alter the pH of the vagina, that will kill the normal flora, that's the normal bacteria that is supposed to be there. Once you kill them, then you're predisposing yourself to infections. So water is okay, guys. Like, use water to wash your vagina. But if you must use any feminine hygiene products, make sure that you look out for one that has an acidic pH. Next question, how should I wash my vagina? So you're meant to wash your vagina from front to back, not from back to front. This is why when you wash from front to back, then you're not transferring any bacteria that is around the anal region, things that are contained in feces and all that. You're not transferring it into the vagina because they are two separate territories. You don't want to bring the bacteria from the anus into the vagina. That will cause an infection. So you definitely want to be washing from front to back. Please be on the lookout for this. And even when you clean after using the restroom, you should clean from front to back. Thank you. Next question: do I need to wash inside my vagina to get the period blood and discharges out? Ooh. This is also known as douching, actually, because people feel they need to get up there and bring things out and all of that. So some people insert products into their vagina just to try to wash it. This is not right, and you should not engage in douching. Like I mentioned before, the vagina is a self-cleansing organ. It cleanses itself, guys, so you don't need to assist it. Wash with water, wash from front to back, and you are fine. The next question we'll be addressing is, how often should I change my pad at night? So I mentioned changing your pads every 4 hours and then changing your tampons every 8 hours. At night, the frequency in which you change your pad doesn't really matter, because there's reduced activity at night, so you're not menstruating as you would during the day. So the flow is reduced at night, hence it's okay for you to wear a pad all through the night, unless if you have like really heavy flow, then maybe you may have to change your pads. But wearing one pad through the night is totally fine because the flow is reduced. However, if you're wearing a tampon, then you must remove it at the 8-hour mark. You shouldn't wear a tampon for more than 8 hours. This is because of the toxic shock syndrome that I mentioned earlier. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for this. How much hand hygiene should I observe around my period? Guys, wash your hand as often as you can, because unconsciously you put your hands in your eyes, put your hands in your mouth and all of this. So wash your hands as often as you can. So you definitely want to wash your hand before you use the toilet, to maybe change your pads and all of that, and afterwards. So you wash twice, before and after using the restroom. Another question people have is, how do I get rid of my used pads or tampons, as the case may be? For the pads, you want to wrap it properly. They come in their own pack, so you may want to use that to wrap it, or wrap in a toilet paper and then dispose in the bin. For the tampon, you also want to wrap and dispose in the bin. For the menstrual cups, you want to sterilize them after use. When you want to turn out the blood in the restroom, then you sterilize after use. Another thing you want to be on the lookout for is, do not, I repeat, do not, ladies, a lot of people do this, they dismantle the pads and want to flush the inner layer, or want to flush the pad as a whole in the water closet. That is going to clog up your toilet. So you will definitely want to dispose your used pad instead of flushing. That is not recommended at all. With this, we have come to the end of this video, and that's on period. See you in another video, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to like this video. Leave a comment for me, ask your questions. Are there other things you have in mind that I have not addressed in this video? I will be happy to answer your questions. And also, do not forget to share this video. We're sharing really good stuff here, guys. If you're not sharing this video, then what are you doing? Anyway, see you in another video.